What comes to mind when one thinks of the Navy SEALs? Divers and sharpshooters? While both are true, these specially trained personnel are expected to be experts in all situations, including counterterrorism, unconventional warfare, special reconnaissance, and foreign and internal defense, or giving training to foreign nations. In a literal sense, SEALs stand for sea, air, and land. However, in a more qualitative sense, the organization stands for courage, teamwork, honor, and respect. Today, the Navy SEALs can trace their origins back to the Scouts and Raiders, Naval Combat Demolitions Units, Office of Strategic Services of Operational Swimmers, and the Underwater Demolition Teams. While none of these early organizations exist today, their pioneering efforts in unconventional warfare are mirrored in the missions and professionalism of the present naval warfare warriors. During World War II, the Navy recognized that Hitler was lining the beaches of France with blockades requiring special talent to remove. Yet they had no such expertise. Draper Kaufman, a 30-year-old expatriate with experience in bomb dismantling, proceeded to create the NCDUs, an intense training program in Fort Pierce, Florida. During the Korean War, the organization evolved into underwater demolition teams, commonly known as the UDTs, who were tasked with swimming to shore and clearing a path for the boats to follow. The SEALs, as we know them, were born during the Vietnam War, where they infiltrated enemy lines, sabotaged opposition camps, and destroyed stored munitions. SEALs have an impressive track record. No operative has ever been left behind on a mission or been taken prisoner. The Budweiser, or the SEALs Trident logo, is one of the best recognized military emblems. Becoming a SEAL is incredibly hard, by design, originating from Kaufman and his unique experience. Before the start of the training, there are some stringent requirements. One must be an active member of the U.S. Navy, be a man 28 or younger with good vision, 20/40 in one eye and 27 in another, be a U.S. citizen, and both pass a physical screening and the ASVAB test, which consists of the following: swim 500 yards in 12.5 minutes or less, followed by a 10-minute rest. Do 42 push-ups in under 2 minutes, followed by a 2-minute rest. Do 50 sit-ups in under 2 minutes, followed by a 2-minute rest. Do 6 pull-ups, followed by a 10-minute rest. And finally run 1.5 miles in boots and long pants in less than 11.5 minutes. If you have met the following criteria, welcome to the Navy SEAL training, one of the hardest and most grueling training programs known to man. Now that you've passed the ASVAB test, the real training begins. Basic underwater demolition / SEAL BUDS training is divided up into several phases: indoctrination, basic conditioning, scuba training, and land warfare training. BUDS training lasts 7 months. The initial phase is made up of 5 weeks of learning the expectations and ways of the Navy SEALs. Moreover, it is a time to prepare physically and mentally for what's ahead. Once indoctrination is complete, the remaining of your stay is broken down into 8 weeks of basic conditioning, 8 weeks of scuba training, and 9 weeks of land warfare training. Basic conditioning is when the going gets rough. This is the most common phase for dropout requests. For the following 8 weeks, trainees must endure running, swimming, calisthenics, and learning small boat operations. 1 to 2 mile ocean swims and running the mother of all obstacle courses are daily and timed events. A trainee's time for these exercises must continuously improve. SEALs must be drown-proof, meaning they must do the following grueling tasks over 10 minutes with their hands and feet tied: bob, float, swim the length of a football field, retrieve an object at the bottom of a pool with just their teeth, and more. Since much of the SEALs' work is done underwater, scuba training and combat swimming are top priorities. SEALs train extensively for 8 weeks in closed-circuit scuba systems and hone their skills in underwater navigation. During land warfare training, SEALs must train for 9 weeks in intelligence gathering, long-range reconnaissance, patrolling, and close-quarter battles. They also train to react to sniper attacks, and to use edged weapons like knives and other blades. SEALs must be able to drive any vehicle and be skilled in high-speed and evasive driving techniques. Hand-to-hand combat is also a must during this phase of training. To be prepared for anything, they are taught small unit tactics, including explosive handling, infiltrating enemy lines, recovery techniques, and proper handling of prisoners. SEALs must be able to survive in extreme environments and provide medical treatment. When BUD/S training is complete, those remaining move on to the basic parachute training at the Army Airborne School in Fort Benning, Georgia. This training lasts for 3 weeks and is followed by SEAL qualification training. SQT is 15 more weeks of training to continue to improve basic skills and to learn new tactics and techniques required for assignments to a SEAL platoon. It is after successful completion of the SQT that trainees are given their Naval Enlisted Code and awarded the SEAL Trident Pin. They are officially now one of the 2,500 active duty SEALs of the 10,000 in their history.